Welcome back to Houston Life. It is a gripping story about brotherhood, ambition, and survival. This Pulitzer Prize and Tony-winning drama follows two African-American brothers as they navigate family, identity, and the challenges life throws their way.
It's called Topdog, Underdog, and it premieres at Fourth Wall Theater this Friday. So we're so lucky to have more on the production with two of the stars from the show, Timothy, Eric, Brandon Morgan. Welcome to Studio B, guys.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Hello,
thank you.
Well, thank you for making the time, because this is such a big production, and it's literally two stars sit before me. It's two stars that will be on stage performing Topdog, Underdog. I'm gonna start with you, Timothy, because as a native Houstonian, you're an actor, you're a director, you're a playwright. What is the significance of being in this production for you?
Ooh, it's heavy, you know, because I saw it when it years ago when the Alley Theater produced it. It's a show that I didn't think I would be able to do. I didn't think I would get to do it. So I'm really excited that I was chosen to do it. But on top of that, the work, you know, it's a heavy piece. It's a very well written piece. I mean, you know, of course, with all of its accolades and awards, and so just trying to get in that headspace to tackle the text and do justice to the role is just it's what we get paid for, right? So it's been challenging, but it's nice. Yeah.
This show first premiered in 2001 off Broadway at the Public Theater in New York City. It opened on Broadway at the Ambassador in 2002. So a couple decades that this has been around, and because it explores societal issues and racial identity, and as you mentioned, Timothy, some very heavy topics. Brandon, how do you, as an actor, go into this role? Because I'm a huge fan of theater. Our viewers know this because it can be educational and it can be inspiring all at once. But when you're going into such a heavy role, describe to us, how do you even prepare for something like this?
I mean, preparing as an actor is just a hard job in itself. But I mean, me personally, it just comes from, you know, memorizing the text. Like, you know, the faster you can memorize your lines, the more you can be comfortable in what you're doing and explore more and, you know, go more in depth or feel feelings or emotions. So it really does start with the text. And this play itself is not a short play for two people to do. So there's like a mountain of words to tackle. Yeah.
Okay, and just so people know, Timothy, can you explain what the show, because it's two brothers, their names are Lincoln and Booth, and can you kind of give people the rundown without obviously giving away the show?
Right, right, yeah, Lincoln and Booth, named that way by their father. They find themselves together at a pivotal point in their lives. I play a recovering former street hustler of three-car money, is what I did as my full-time job, right? And I haven't done that for some time when we meet them. And so I'm trying to stay, you know, stick to the straight and narrow, you know what I mean, and leave that life alone. And also big brother to Booth. And we've always had that kind of dynamic. And so we find ourselves in this place now where, you know, moving forward, what is life going to be? He's trying to figure out what he wants to do, what he's going to do. His job is actually at an amusement park, being shot, playing Abraham Lincoln and getting shot repeatedly all day long as part of the ride, right?
Wow.
So yeah,
the job.
That's the job, and it supports us both, you know. And so yeah, we uncover some things that had gone on in their past, some things that were unresolved, some things that are creeping back into their relationship, creeping back into their being, and now having to traverse that and deal with that in light of this new situation. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. I really don't. But yeah, it tries their relationship. It takes it to a place that neither one of them thought that it could go, good and bad. Yeah. And so yeah, it's a very, very human piece, a very thoughtful piece. Yeah, it's everything. You got to see it.
We're seeing some images right now on the screen from rehearsal. And Brandon, the fact that it is Black History Month right now, there is clearly so much significance and relevance the show has right now, given what's happening in the world. What do you hope audiences take away after leaving the theater?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. I mean, first and foremost, just a great show. I hope when people come see this show, they are taken aback by the work and effort that's put in by both of us, man. You know, I admire Tim as an actor myself, as a young actor in the world. I've known him for years. This is a great moment to actually get to work with him in a show in this capacity. And I just hope people take away, you know, what life can look like on another side. You know, like theater exposes us to just like a slice of life, and I hope that when people come in, they get to taste that slice of pie and go home changed, you know.
Wow.
So yeah.
And you guys are going to have a what you call a pay what you will performance.
Yes.
Explain that for us.
Correct. Pay what you will performance is basically like a performance that you can pay what you will, right? So you don't have to, you aren't bound by ticket prices or the normal things. And in the actor world, it's called industry night, right? Because it's usually on a day when most other artists aren't working and they're available to come in and catch the show. Because if I'm in the show and Tim's in the show, we probably won't see each other's shows because they run at the same time. So it's just a great night. It's gonna be a wonderful theater night. Pay what you can performances are usually great nights. You got a lot of people and artists in the audience. It's just,
Critics.
Yeah, critics. It's just a good night. It's a good night. And, you know, it's a lot cheaper than most nights. You know, I don't think anyone here in this economy is opposed to paying a lesser price for anything.
There you go. Well, the pay as you will, it makes theater more accessible. By the way, tickets range from $35 to $65. The show does go up this Friday, Valentine's Day. Timothy, Eric, Brandon, Morgan, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time. Congrats on the show. In the meantime, a reminder, Topdog Underdog does premiere and open this Friday. For info and tickets, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.
All right.